This is Frank, and we're standing in the most bombed country on earth. But it's not his first time here. For 16 days, it was 5 of us, 1 truck, and 1 lot of decisions we probably shouldn't have made. But every place we drove through, Frank has already flown over. 50 years ago, in a bomber.
Filled 27 trucks.
We came here for a road trip, but that's not what this turned into. And to understand why, you have to understand this place. So we're right outside the mining village and you can just see the damage.
The mountains there.
What?
The mountains before.
Just a few years ago, this entire crater was a mountain. Now it's gone, dug away piece by piece. And standing on the edge of it, it's hard to even comprehend the scale.
And all that money, fucking road in the village.
Yeah, the local people here
get nothing.
This underneath here have a lot of gold. But the local people don't want to move because they're not paid.
Frank Lewis, Lieutenant Colonel, United States Air Force, retired. I'm here in Laos on a holiday, enjoying all of Laos, north to south. Taking a tour I've always wanted to take down the Ho Chi Minh Ferry.
Julio, are you enjoying the drive so far?
Yeah, very good, but a little bit for sleep.
Yeah, you had a lot of sleep.
I take some pills, like kind of like medicine for stop for.
Oh yeah, because you get your poorly sickness.
Car sick. Yeah.
The driver.
A local foreigner.
A local foreigner right here.
Hi, I'm a local foreigner, Chris.
yeah.
Hi, I'm a guide. Who's a sleeping machine?
Out of the local European.
Hell yeah, you're local European, my ass. Hell yeah. Enjoying the views, having a quick break.
Yeah, it's getting beautiful out here now.
Hell yeah.
Sun's coming down.
Exactly, yeah. How are you feeling?
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Oh, you can see the locals working
Frank
hard.
there. Frank the pilot. You got a local with a Charlie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Charlie being the dog. Don't know, get to know. Oh yeah.
We'll be heading to Longchang. This is the target that we'll be doing. And then at the moment we'll be somewhere here.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
That's like not too far then.
Yeah, we're heading out to Longchang.
Into the jungle. Into the deep jungle.
Yeah, deep jungle.
Why are you going to Longchang?
The CIA runway 28, I think.
Yeah, CIA base.
You've heard of the CIA, right? This was the busiest airport in the world. What they would do, CIA, they would hire Air Force pilots or other military pilots to fly the missions.
How old were you
All
then
those guys.
when you started flying? Like the Air Force?
F4, 21,
21. 60 years ago.
long time.
You're older than us.
You're
You're younger even.
Yeah.
Currently 22.
Totally. Sold out.
This is the runway.
This is a runway.
This is the runway?
Yeah.
Secret CIA.
Looks like where the kids hang out and party down
Yeah,
there.
they do.
Don't blame them.
And there's those 2 mountains at the end are called a speed break.
Oh,
So if you didn't stop,
So we're at the
speed
secret
break.
CIA base.
Yeah, if you didn't stop, you went into it.
A long, safe journey.
Yeah, cheers, fellas. Good day, great.
9 p.m.
Yeah.
All the good men who were there.
Wow, you've got spicy things like your. Oh no. The spiciness.
Oh, you've got spicy dry.
Just fit the soup to your eye.
Spicy eye.
Spicy.
Put your feet on the water.
Your feet.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah, the feet.
Yeah, it's put your eye chili, put a plate of water, put your feet in there. It's help.
Really?
I've never heard of that. What happened there?
Oh, I got a bit of spice in my eye. I feel like I've been pepper sprayed. Thank you for eye drops. All that brought this hospital into existence ended decades ago, but the purpose of this place never really changed. Today, the hospital continues to serve the community, with new buildings replacing much of the original complex. Yet, just a few steps away, part of the old ward still stands, not as a museum or a memorial, but as a reminder of the role Long Tieng once played in a conflict that for many years remained hidden from much of the world. Just beyond the hospital grounds, another part of the story continues at the neighboring
In
temple.
Laos, we have like 3 big groups, but we have 49 minority groups.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that.
So we got 49 minority languages for speaking.
So are the languages like completely different, or is it?
Completely different. Yeah, very, very different.
So how did you learn Lao?
Lao, actually Lao, that probably in here is the main languages for Lao.
Lao.
So the main language is Lao, so everyone had to study Lao.
Oh, everyone studies Lao.
Yes.
I guess that's because it's the main.
Frank, do you know anything about these? Which ones they are?
This looks like 105 millimeter artillery shell.
105 millimeter.
This is real interesting. I'm not sure it's what the hell it is. This looks like an RPG.
Okay.
The rocket propelled,
Ah, right.
and the front end's gone. But yeah, this is 500-pound bomb.
500-pound bomb.
And the F4 would carry 18 of those. You really want to load it up.
I bet that has a little power to it.
And so the fuse went in here in front,
Okay, yeah.
and the fuse came out, and it had a propeller on it.
Ready?
Yep. And through that propeller came a wire that ran down and attached to the airplane.
How did that work? So what was the
So
point
when
of
the
the wire?
bomb came off, okay, the wire came out and the propeller started turning.
Okay.
After 500 revolutions, that was burned.
Oh, right.
So, yeah, so when you drop this one, it really doesn't need much of a fuse. Fuse, the
Slow down with spinning.
bomb came to a halt almost immediately and went straight down. So, in dropping them, the airplane at 500 feet, I remember, going under the nose of the airplane, and they pickled them off. And the way they work, they came off the airplane. And, I think I flew CBU 38. They came off the airplane, came down, and you dropped them. They had a fuse. You had to release them at the right altitude. So they would come down, and there was an explosive charge all the way around. The Vietnamese were very smart, because inside of this there were, I think it was about 700 bombers, baseball size. And they each contained, 50 to 100 pellets. So when they hit the ground, they just pellets
Spread out everywhere.
But they were so smart. When they saw the flash of this,
Yeah.
they actually had little hidey holes in the revetment where they had the gun. So the guns were down almost.
Shoot, and
The
then.
barrels were maybe ground level. the rest of the gun was down.
All right.
Yeah, so if the bomb hit nearby, it didn't do any damage.
This is Ban Napia. Today it's known as the Spoon Village, but its story begins with the war that once surrounded it. For decades, aircraft wreckage, bomb casings, and other remnants of the conflict were left scattered across the landscape. Rather than letting them go to waste, local families found a use for them. The metal was melted down and forged into everyday tools: spoons, knives, farming equipment, and countless other items that helped support the community. In a place shaped by war, people found a way to build something useful from what was left behind.
Going about 300 or 400 knots, and he said, "Look in the cave." I'm in the back, and I said, "Okay." And he rolls the plane upside down. Well, you get a much better view, you know, there's no obstruction of wing or anything. But I was not prepared for that, so I crapped my pants and didn't see anything. He said, "God damn you fool." He said, "Okay, come around, I'll do it again." Well, it was breakfast time for the guys on the ground. And we interrupted their breakfast, which hacked them off. Okay, so we come a big loop back. They can't see us, and they can't hear you coming. But they were ready. About 3 or 4 guns ripped off on us. But I was able to see in the cave.
The Laotian people, they were burn, they're not bury. When they burn, after burning, they put the ash, put in the jar, and then bring that, put in here.
It goes inside of the stupa.
Yeah, so go inside the stupas. The stupa, they're making...
While the modern cemetery showed how the dead are remembered in Laos today, some believe those traditions may stretch back thousands of years. Scattered across the hills of Shao Kuei are hundreds of ancient stone jars, believed by some to be connected to burial practices. Their true purpose remains one of Laos's greatest mysteries.
But I think this place is a cemetery. They use this place to be buried for the dead person body. They put it in the jar, and then they put a cover on. Because that time it's like 2,000 to 3,000 years ago. Maybe they built this from some way, and they used the elephant walking to here. So nobody know. Yeah, who know that? Just aliens bring to you. And in there they've got the cave. They said the army kind of hiding themselves in the cave. That's mean the bombs in here.
Did you fly over here? Like
Yeah.
fly over this place?
Well,
Yeah.
this was very small. And I flew, I think it must be at least 10 miles or 12 in diameter. And all you saw were big circles on the ground. Very weird. And I said, "What is that?" I said, "That's the Moon Gia Pass." Okay. And it was always a good landmark. You knew where you were right away. You were close to Vientiane, and it was you were close to crossing the river, and you might have to go on a tanker. You're closing to get fuel. Sometimes you were short. So, you know, it was a nice marker. You could breathe a sigh of relief sometimes when you got here. Okay, here we are in David's fine gourmet restaurant. And this is not Lao food. We're having cuisine, English cuisine, maybe Belgian. And it is so good to be here in Laos with all our good friends. Jim, especially, touring. I can't believe he's riding a motor scooter all over the place. and has survived so far.
Cheers to that one. Cheers to that one.
Cheers, gentlemen. Cheers.
Right, oh.
There you go, Frank.
Oh, we are eating well tonight, aren't we?
Good morning and welcome to day 4 of the Lao trip. How's everyone feeling?
Super duper.
Thanks for asking. That's feeling good. Feeling better than I have felt in years.
That's good.
Thanks for asking, Chris. I'm feeling very drunk. Still from last evening.
And what's the first place we're going to, Huli?
You mean the first place?
The first site.
We're going to Hot Spring.
Hot Spring.
Today, yeah.
Ooh, I think you guys will enjoy that now after yesterday. Let's see what Huli has. Got some nice bush berries. Do you know what they're called, Huli?
I don't know the name in English,
Oh, okay.
but this beautiful.
Oh, raspberry.
Yellow raspberries.
Yeah, they're just raspberry.
The berries, just berries.
Raspberries. Yeah. They look really nice. Yeah, they're just raspberries.
Not
very nice.
die like on jungle. Like.
But they go up with the Chinese.
You mentioned whiskey.
Yeah, have you got something we could try and maybe a little bit to take away?
I'll try some local whiskey.
Smells okay.
Strong.
No, that's actually not
I think this is good for whiskey.
I think that was hair of the dog, man. The yin and the yang will be fixed if you have someone else super serum.
I had more than enough yesterday.
You got pissed last night.
Oh, okay.
I'm okay.
No.
It's rude to say
Yeah,
that.
you have to, mate.
You'd offend that man. I know, but he doesn't know that, does he?
Not at all.
I've been around the block so long I can't get offended anymore.
It's gonna try some. That'll be something to show your grandkids. You're drinking a bit of homemade whiskey out in the middle of nowhere. How did you like it?
It's okay. Too strong for me. I'm not young
Holy
anymore.
shit. What do you get?
We call Lao-Lao. Is that Lao whiskey
Yeah,
made from the
yeah.
sticky rice?
Sticky rice.
Shen Kwang.
He did, man.
This is only American.
Yeah.
There's Vietnamese, Chinese, Russian, Thai, and Lao as well. So
That must be thousands.
so
Each red dot represents a bomb that has been found in the province alone. That's the whole country.
most of the country is missing a bit.
Oh, it's just highlighted in red. Looking out across the surrounding countryside, it wasn't hard to understand just how many bombs had been dropped on Laos. What surprised us was how normal it all seemed. The craters have become part of the landscape, sitting alongside farms, roads, villages, as if they always been there.
Can you enjoy for that?
So there's a fire. The local people cutting forest down, dry for 1 month, and then they're burning. And they will wait for the wet season raining coming. We are from the corn or rice.
Something good.
Sabaiti.
I can see on myself.
So bang.
Exploring Lima side 86 or 85. It was when I was here in 69-70. It was a tachyon station up on top of those mountains, and it gave guidance, navigation for the bombers coming out of Thailand to head toward Hanoi. And it was tactical air control navigation. And the antennas send out a 360-degree beam. So it's like you know which way is north. It's like a compass row. And that beam you can tell which bearing you are on, coming toward the tack-in or going away. It also has, we call DME, distance measuring, in miles, how far along that bearing you are. So exactly, you know exactly where you are. So that gave a lot more information to the pilots heading toward Hanoi than they would have had otherwise, because this was, I think, the farthest navigation system that we had. So it's an honor to be here. Think about all the brave guys who manned it. Thank you.
Over the next few days, we continued our journey towards the Mu Gia Pass.
So here we are at the top, almost one click away. Man, it makes your mouth water thinking of coming down through here with 20 millimeter. Well, I had one mission up here, sort of was very interesting. Only a few missions up around this area of Nape. The mission was we had been chasing a company of North Vietnamese running around. Intel finally located them about in a cave near here, near the top of Nape Pass. So Chris is backing up here. We're heading out, trying to go back down, which will be hard. We came up here. Oh, film this. Holy crap.
Oh.
The traffic jam.
Yeah, it's getting a bit of a situation down there. It's going to be hard getting out, that's for sure.
I'm standing next to the remnants of an SA-2 SAM missile. This is the second stage of the missile. This is solid propellant. The first stage is a liquid propellant. I think maybe nitrous oxide. It's red when it bursts off the ground. In a big airplane, and I've maneuvered in a B-52. In a big airplane, can outturn them at 30,000 feet. The problem is you see them coming, you have to wait until they get close before you turn to evade them. Okay, here we are at the top of Mu Gia Pass. I used to fly in here, probably flew 50 to 100 missions, different types. Coming in here as a new guy from the Ubon, Thailand, ATAC fighter wing. He's on the 431st Tactical Fighter Squadron. And we flew bombing missions into here, daytime. Never saw any trucks. Facts, we'd find trucks sometimes or supplies hidden. And we would try to take a bomb from 12, 13,000 feet. Pretty much this road was closed down during the day. At Ubon, we had the 497th Night Owls. We specialized in night missions. The 435th, we had a little group specialized in escorting the C-130 gunships. And just trying to drop CBUs on any guns that came up at night. So you're actually dropping down into a black ink well. Interestingly enough, we were S-turning behind the 130s, the AC-130. And so the sound that the gunners heard was always, they always fired behind the AC-130 right where we were. So you knew the gun was right down there. So you'd roll in and just try to get some CBUs close to them. Later, I flew as a FAC, forward air controller, Wolf FAC, for about 6 months. And here we were down flying probably between 500 and 1,000 feet up and down these roads, all down the valley. And we were looking for targets. And there were a lot of guns around here. But at night, the gunship flew all over this pass looking for trucks, and the trucks were moving down the road. And the gunship, we flew with what we called Super Chicken. He had AC-130, had a 40 millimeter Navy pom-pom gun, It was computer calibrated, so the pilot actually had night vision, scope to the left. One night we actually killed 27 trucks. They stationed a SAM site, as I said, above the North Ridge, probably 3 or 4 clicks north. And I think they remember they only had 4 missiles. And out of Ubon, there was just a great flying leader, Black Nan Druin. He was the ops officer, Colonel Druin. And so I went up here with him, and we were going to kill these SAMs. And we were acting as a FAC, and he had selected me to be a FAC. We like flying together. So Dan and I came up here, and we were looking for the SAM site because we had inbound flights. We had a flight of 4 F-4s loaded with CBUs. But by God, we're up here looking around, and Colonel Druin said, I don't see it. I don't see the site. And all of a sudden, it just was right there. You didn't expect it, but there it was, that SAM site, that ring. And boy, they were surprised to see us early in the morning. They were running for the missiles. And so Dan pulls up, probably 10,000 feet, rolls over, and smoked them with 14 Willie P rockets. Giant column of smoke coming over the whole site. Meanwhile, inbound, we said to the first flight of 4 coming in, they were probably 10 miles away. We said, see that big white column of smoke? They said, whoa, yes, they did. And so here they come, and they unloaded one pass every airplane, wall-to-wall CBUs, sparkling all over the site, perfect hit. Followed up by 500 pounders on each airplane times 4, just rippled through the site. One missile actually ignited on the launcher. It was pointed horizontally and went skipping across the ground. Yeah, I'd forgotten that story. That was a great story. And just loved flying with Colonel Druin. He was a great leader, great flyer.
Alright guys, we are going for the tightest bridge in the world. She's tight. Yeah, literally on the sticks there. If we drop, we are not dead. There's a little wheel down there. Well done, Chris. Get in there.
Let's do some drinking and driving.
Hell yeah, we made a pit stop to get some beers.
Yeah, today's a beer day.
We're not even getting out of the car, we're letting the mate bring them to us.
Yeah.
That's what we call so.
Lovely, thank you, mate.
Julio's happy, look at that smile.
Come guys, if you want to drink and drive legally, come to Laos.
We're not condoning drinking and driving in any way, shape or form.
But in Laos it's okay.
Yeah, but today's a special day.
Day.
It's Easter Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, there you go,
Sunday.
So it's legal.
There you go, Frankie boy.
Thank you, sir.
There you go, Chrissy boy.
Frank is smiling, Chris is smiling.
Where the money change first.
Alright, yeah,
That's right. Cheers everyone.
Cheers to the road.
Cheers on the road.
Don't drink and drive.
Drink and drive fast.
Drink and drive, cannot see any power, yeah?
Spill it. I'll go home and take it steady while we have it.
I'll still be all over the car.
We drink and we drive, any power we just cross, we can't see that.
You fly over it.
A rickety little bridge, we just fit, man.
Just barely.
Fucking hell. Yeah, look at that, look. Just fit.
It's literally fucking.
She's wobbling a bit.
She is wobbling.
guys, we're going over the river. Going through the river even.
Not
beer in hand.
We don't go all the way to the river.
Gotta go back, bro. Play it safe at this point, but we did not make it, boys.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, gotta get out.
Good job.
So we decided we're gonna take the ferry instead.
You keep an eye on that side for me, boys.
Yep, having a look.
All good, yeah?
Yeah, all good, all good. We're going in just about a bit more to the right. A bit more to the right. Yeah, alright, perfect. Alright. Oh, this can hold a car, surprisingly. It doesn't look like a car. So the fire is getting started, cold beer in hand. Alec is finding some more things to put in the fire. Julio is the cook for tonight, and everyone has their own little tents. And Frank is down there sleeping in his, well, he's in his hut. Oh, but we're gonna end the night with a chill one. After a long day of driving, exploring, and a lot more days to go. Julio's making the sausages.
Slow cooked sausages.
Slow cooked.
Slowly
got
cooked.
Tell them how you do it, Julio.
Just cut out in bamboo, cut in the middle, open in bamboo, put sausage in them like this thing.
Yeah, like that.
Like this, yeah, look.
And then you can fit a lot of sausages.
Yeah, that can be a whole chicken.
Yeah. Do the whole pack.
Good morning, ladies and lady boys. It's currently in the morning, 6:30 to be exact. We are packing away because we are leaving to continue the journey. I'm not sure what the plan today is, but I'll get Chris to tell you it. Chris, what's the plan for today?
Today we're going up to Bandla Boy.
Bandla Boy.
Bandla Boy, and then we're done at Bandla Boy, we're going to Villabury, and that'll be it for the day.
We have arrived in a village called Nam Shala. We stopped here so we can get some breakfast. And what are we having, Christoph?
Noodles.
Noodles. Hot noodles.
Got some gifts. They look quite happy.
Okay, Chris. Sorry. To take your small truck, the naughty truck.
Literally like savages. That was gone instantly. Man, literally.
In the gearbox, so the oil in the gearbox. Yeah, everything.
They took it all.
Yeah, filter. Yeah.
See him, but there's loads of papaya trees here. That's that one there as well. Julio decided he's going to get one, so he's jumped in the bushes and he's on a hunt. There's very big bushes on there. So I'll show you when he comes. But there he comes. There he comes. He's got two.
Oh, big old papayas.
Big old papayas. Look.
Gonna be eating well.
Here comes the trophy, man. He's happy. Happy?
Yeah.
We're at Banlaboy Ford, one of the most bombed places on earth. And there's one of the guys who did it.
Down there.
Coming out of the jungle. He's been here 50
You can barely see he blends in there.
Yeah, he's all camoed up, isn't he?
I've got Julio down here. What's he doing? What are you doing there, Julio?
Tapping up the papaya.
Trying the real local papaya.
Straight from the jungle.
Yeah.
Dusted off.
Yeah?
Is it like melon?
That's fuck all flavour, as I would say. But it's nice.
Oh, yeah. There's the
Well, this is the boy Ford. It's just down from the Dog's Head, down from the Bankarai Pass, where a lot of traffic came through. We tried to stop. It only came through normally at night. You didn't find much in the daytime. I flew sorties as a FAC up through here, and we'd check up and down the roads, try to find where they were storing trucks or supplies. Plus, along the ford, you could tell when they crossed the ford, and the bridge wasn't here, of course. It was just downstream of about 20 yards. That's where the crossing was. And they would cross there, and you could see the whole water trail where they came out of the water. Plus, they built underwater bridges upstream and downstream. The bridges would support big trucks, but they were underwater, so you couldn't see them from the air, usually. But again, you could tell where there was a bridge because you'd see the water trail coming out of the water. So we would bomb that bridge, that spot. Many sorties. Guys flew up here. Lots and lots of guys were killed trying to stop the traffic coming over Bankarai Pass.
Right, guys, we found some live ammunition with the dynamite still inside.
I think there's probably 20. Probably 20.
Yeah, we just Chris was having a piss and he just found it on the side of the road.
Dynamite still there. Fuck.
Oh, that's done. We have the car has a puncture.
No, it's long.
Oh,
Fuck.
yeah, you can hear it as well.
Yeah. Should we just change it?
Change it.
Right.
Change it.
Unfortunately, the guys have a spare tyre, so we'll be alright. Not stuck here. Well, the guys are slowly sorting it out. We're just being useless. Supervising everything. They got it covered. We'll make it out alive today. So we arrived at a village. We bought loads of noodles and snacks, and we're going to give them away to the local chief. Everyone's already coming. Everyone's watching. What are we doing here? Sabay chai. Got lots to donate. Got a few more boxes of noodles and sweets.
We're just about a mile to the east of Chapone, the town of Chapone. Here I had a most amazing, about this spot, FAC flight, but we were here bombing supplies we had found along the river edge. And one of the 500-pounders went in the water. The guys said, oh, okay, they missed into the water. It was deeper than this, I think. But the damn bomb hit an oil pipeline under the river, because about a minute later we saw a huge bubble of oil gusher coming right out of the center of the river. And it began turning black as far as you could see. So, Wolfax, we had a centerline 20mm cannon with tracers. We tried to set it on fire with tracers. Didn't work. We tried Willie Pete's into the water, and they just went in the water. Nothing. Got a flight in, came in, and they had hard bombs. We put some more hard bombs in the river. Still could not get it to ignite. And then I got a call from a two-ship flight of F-105s. They said, hey, we've got some nape. Would you like us to come around and try that? Because there'd been a lot of chatter about what was going on with oil in the river. Sure enough, they showed up, and they came down the river from the east, heading toward Old Chapone, and they were wall-to-wall napalm, probably, I don't know what they carried, 8 cans of nape apiece. And they were, maybe 500 feet above the river, maybe lower. Came down and dropped off all that napalm right along there. Boy, did the river catch on fire. And it was ablaze as far as you could see. I think down to the intersection of another river, the Hang Bang. We kept putting stuff in down here, trying to find more oil pipelines. Then we had to go home. It was getting evening. And you could see, as we went home, you could still see the glow of the fire from the river. So that was a lucky hit. Not too often did you get there. This is an unknown place to me. They call it now Ban Ravine. That's the first time I've heard of this. In 1970, I was a wolfpack flying out of Ubon, and we recce'd this whole area coming south from Bangkarai, the Dog's Head, all the way down to Chapone, and this is in between. And it was all jungle as far as I could see. And everybody else, we just sort of ignored it. Occasionally, you'd see smoke or evidence somebody was down here, but never saw anything. Except one day, there was a clearing and it was clear, and my God, I thought I saw one of those little blue trucks, truck top. And I said, holy crap, there's a road down here. And gosh, I came back here, everybody else, the front seater in the airplane said, he didn't see anything, right in the same plane. We went back and looked. I came back several times, but yeah, that was, I was convinced there was likely road here, and none of the other facts, wolf facts, they checked it out, they looked, they couldn't see it. So now, am I vindicated or not? I don't know, but it's it's kind of pleasing to be up here and see this.
We have arrived at a local drinking spot. It's bars on the water. You literally sit in the water. That's going to be quite interesting. How excited to drink in the river? Sure am. Full on bars and everything on the water. What an interesting place to whack a bar. A bar on the water, so it's sick. Oh. You guys finding this?
Yeah.
How do you like it, Frank? Yeah. A bit wet, boys. Alright. Cheers, gentlemen. In the river. Yeah. The river. Got us little boxes and everything. Wow, that's a really good shot.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
We're all full of the joys of spring today for some reason. I think it's because we've completed the mission and we're heading to Kek to rest up for a couple of days.
Hell yeah. So smooth sailing for now.
Yeah.
Frank, say hello.
Say hello, Frank.
Oh, hi guys.
Hello.
Frank on camera again. Frank's ball trip.
Yeah.
And we're here. What is this place? Chris,
Muang Pin.
Mang Ping.
Muang Pin, that's the place we're at.
And I took some pictures of their memorial and their supposed helicopter over here.
Yeah, but just down there.
We'll go look at it.
Yep.
Yeah, Frank got a
After we
good old
get something to
sponsor.
eat.
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
Julio, say hello.
Hi, morning.
Perfect. Just get some food. I'm gonna have some pho, and everyone else has having some fried rice.
Very nice. It's not windy, that's the dust. Here it comes. Frank, you with us. We got the whole squad today. All aboard! Thanks, MID. There we go. There we are.
Julio's gonna chuck them a beer. There's some people down there.
It's not gonna, it will sing.
Oh, maybe broken.
Oh,
Swim down!
man, yay! Hey! By the way, that's Thailand, if we haven't mentioned.
I love you too!
Thank you for watching. 3,300 kilometers later,
We are here, we are done.
back in Vientiane. Had a lovely dinner.
So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and help the boys out. And I'll see you in the next one.